Om Shanti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome to another Yoga Small Talk, and we continue with 7 minutes Bhagavad Gita a day. We're reading from chapter 6, the Yoga of Meditation, and we were looking at verse 44. Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna, by that very former practice he is borne on in spite of himself. Even he who merely wishes to know yoga goes beyond the Brahmic world. Meaning, Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna, even if the desire to learn yoga wakes up within you, it says merely wishes, it's still not practicing, you already go beyond being totally confined to this world of names and forms. You already go beyond it, and we read the beautiful commentary of Swami Shivananda, and we started talking about what might be your personal experience, the personal experience of many practitioners, that either because of some crisis or because of some questions that come up in the mind, even if there is no crisis, the person starts asking, what's happening here? Is there nothing to this life beyond the existence in the body, going through the motions of each and every day, maybe having a nice career, maybe not, maybe having a good family, maybe not, maybe having nice friends, maybe not, but there is a very specific time frame for the existence in the body, and then that's it, it expires. So is there really nothing beyond this going through those mundane experiences, although I mean, they can be very, very lofty. The person can be very successful, very highly advanced intellectually, but still Lord Krishna here says it's confinement to this world of names and forms. But at the very moment that the question, is there something beyond it, wakes up in us, Lord Krishna tells it to us, and we were reading from Swami Shivananda's commentary, at this very moment we go beyond creation. And for many practitioners, it's a very strong experience, because we talk about the transformative process of practicing yoga. So yes, we undergo some physical transformation. For instance, if we practice asanas, the body will become more healthy, more flexible, will feel better. We practice pranayama, the breathing practices, especially if we take it more seriously and steadily, we will feel the refinement of the mind and the energy, so we feel the physical transformation. But this is not what Lord Krishna is talking about here. Lord Krishna is talking about the mental transformation. Already, once this question, is there nothing beyond this world of names and forms, comes to the mind, our point of view changes to the extent, Lord Krishna tells us here, that we go beyond the Brahmic world. We start seeing things from a different perspective. We start asking different questions. Our perspective of what's really going on in front of us changes. And it starts from small things like, for instance, very basic practices of positive thinking. We start appreciating all of the sudden meditation and the ability to sit quietly and to internalize the mind, whereas others externalize the mind most of the time. We start asking ourselves seriously if we really want to multiply our desires, or it's time to start simplifying our lives, like Swami Shivananda said, simple living, high thinking. So all those things start forming in our mind, start coming up and become more and more dominant. And although it's not recommended even to make drastic changes, slowly, we see how our perspective changes, sometimes how the people we associate with change, how our reactions to things change. So we see basically how the dynamics of our life changes once we start having this question in mind. And Swami Shivananda tells us, if this is the case for the people, for a person who merely wishes, for the person who this only it woke up in their mind and they just have this question, okay, what's really going on here? If this person is changed to such a high degree, imagine what happens to the person who actually practices, to the person who actually start to experience the benefits of the practice. What's happening to those people? They completely transcend this world of names and forms and connect to a different kind of knowledge, to a different kind of experience. Swami Shivananda tells us here he will enjoy the eternal bliss and the everlasting peace of the eternal. And continues to say, an aspirant who is desirous of obtaining moksha, spiritual liberation, alone is not affected by the sin of non-performance of action, even if he renounces all the obligatory and optional and or occasional duties. So even if he doesn't follow the ceremonial rules of the Vedas, this person is safe. He goes beyond the word of Brahman, the scriptures or the Vedas. Now, this is, of course, true for people who live in Vedic societies by the Vedic life, but also for us. It doesn't mean that we need to throw away our life or all of a sudden just decide that we do nothing. For instance, if we live in the world, if we have a family, we still need to support financially. We still need to be a functioning member of the society to which we belong and all those things. But our mind is already in a different place and we have a very, very, very different concept of what's going on. So this is the message here for us, and Lord Krishna continues with the description of the experience of such a person in the next verse. So please join us for the next teaching. Om Shanti.